could have guessed 20 years ago the gamers that you and I saw would become competitive professional athletes. But that is the reality we see today. In this episode of Exploring Esports, we see what it takes to go from amateur to pro, the hours that they have to put in, the coaching that goes into it, all the aspects of how they become professional players. What separates the top players from the rest? Is it long hours? A good team? Is it rigorous training? Or maybe do you need a special it factor? Well, after asking a bunch of people, the answer is pretty much all of the above. But in the gaming industry, anyone can make it pro.
My name is Griffin Sceptic. I'm a professional Fortnite player for Misfits Gaming, and I've been on the team for a year.
What do you think separates pros from the casual players?
You have to grind, you have to have a lot of practice, and you gotta be good at the game.
So how did you get into Fortnite just as a casual player? What interested you into the game?
So I was playing Battle Royales at the time, like H1Z1, PUBG, and my friend said, okay, there's a new Battle Royale out, we wanna try it out? And I said, sure, and I got addicted.
How long do you play?
Upwards of like 50 hours a week. I usually just wake up, do school, and around 3 o'clock I get on Fortnite, live stream it, and just play until whenever. I like to practice my aim a lot. I think aim's like really key. I also practice like decision making, when I should move here, when should I go into zone, when should I not, when should I take a fight, when should I not.
So clearly you have already reached the 0.01% of gamers out there. Like, what was the moment that you're like, oh, I could be better than everyone?
So I used to grind a lot of kills per death ratio, and once I got really, really high and everybody was like, dang, this kid's kind of good, I said to myself that I may be really good at this game, I could try. As soon as I killed Tfue,
yes.
he's a bigger streamer, he's really big.
Wait, did I actually kill Tfue? I didn't kill Tfue.
Oh, I actually killed Tfue! I actually killed Tfue!
I took that clip and I uploaded it to YouTube. As soon as that blew up, I just continued that momentum and I just kept making YouTube videos.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Yo, what's up, guys?
Do you have kind of a plan of action for when you get to the World Cup? How are you going to prepare? What are you going to do to make sure that you are in top condition to play?
So a lot of practice beforehand. I gotta practice with the certain keyboard and the mouse that they give me to use. All these keyboards, they have like different like switches, or the keycaps may not be the same, so you gotta get used to like that keyboard. I usually stretch my hands before I play games just so I don't get tendonitis, because there's a lot of players that are hurting their hands.
Do you think that being a YouTuber has kind of helped you as a pro gamer at all?
I think it's given me confidence.
Not only are you a YouTuber, but you also stream on Twitch. What are the differences between streaming and being a YouTuber?
So streaming is live and you can talk to like audience as they're chatting.
Oh my god, dude!
YouTube isn't real time at all.
Okay, for Twitch, you feel like you can kind of be yourself?
Yeah.
Now, you have your Misfits jersey on. What does having a sponsorship do for you?
Well, it's a great team of people, so they always help me out. They're always there for me, and it's kind of just like a family.
What makes a pro a pro? That really is the million-dollar question. There's people who, from a young age, they say, I want to be a Smash pro. I want to be the best, and they play it every single day, and they look at all the guides, and they get really good. They go from being a level 1 player to a level 80 player. But to be a pro, you have to be like level 1,000. More than knowing the game, more than understanding the game, you have to be ahead of the game. A lot of times, I'll create things I've never done ever, only in that moment. And that's the kind of thing, it really brings out your innovation, it brings out the best in you. There's been a lot of challenges that I wasn't expecting, but it's not about what challenges you get, but rather how you got to that point and how you decide to cope with those things. And I think it speaks a lot as a person to deal with those in the right way.
What are some of the things that you guys had to do when you were like going into a competition, and like what was your like training regimen?
If your scheme cannot destroy the computer, then you're not ready to go out there first. Okay. So it was like, I have to beat the computer no matter what by 100 points. And after that, you have to get as many reps online. And every single person you play, you will learn something new. So the best thing that I can say is you just gotta play. Play as many games as you possibly could.
All of you guys are all YouTubers, correctly?
Yes.
Do you feel like you've kind of taken a step back as a pro and been more of an entertainer now?
I don't think YouTube has making me take a step back. Honestly, I want people to think they know what I'm gonna do, because then when they think they know what I'm gonna do and I don't do it, who's winning now? Esports is one of the greatest things that I've ever come across, and I encourage everybody to try to play at a high level.
I don't care like what it is that you do at all, because you can downplay anything, whether it be esports or anything else. If you're at the top 0.01% of your field, I think it's a pretty incredible feeling that not only is great for that, but it actually transcends to other things in life. I've gone against the best, so it's taught me, think a little bit differently, think outside the box, apply things to your game, and now you can do that. And that transcended to anything in life. So I was like, okay, I feel confident there, why wouldn't I feel confident anywhere else?
We're not as toxic as you think. We're very kind people. Just try to talk to us, even if we're shy.
One of the beautiful things about esports is that regardless of your race, your age, your gender, your athletic ability, everyone can play, and everyone does. And that's why we want to dedicate this episode to all those in the community that have made gaming such an amazing place. Video games, one of the most amazing aspects of it is that you can play with people all around the world, internationally, in Australia, in Asia, anywhere. And you can make friends with people that you would have never had the opportunity to really get to know or hang out with outside of that. And I feel like it kind of has changed the dynamic of this open internet world where players tend to stay online.
My name is Luigino Gigante. I'm the owner of Waypoint Cafe, which is New York's first premier esports cafe located here in Manhattan. For the community here, we've kind of built a community here. After a lot of the old arcades like Chinatown Fair went away, there was no spot for gamers to come, so when we opened, we get a lot of people who do come every day to play games. They also play with their friends. We also get a lot of groups and a lot of people just coming by just to hang out. I see gaming going more as a more social aspect, honestly, as more people get into gaming, regardless of what platform or what type of game they play. Same thing with esports. I see more and more people just getting ready just to go into it.
Video games is not exclusive, anyone can game, any age, any race.
I really feel like people believe that games in general are considered a lazy concept, that you just lay back, create your own little world, and then cut off ties from the actual world. I believe that it's actually the opposite. You're joining these groups, you're playing with your friends, maybe even family members, and you're having all a good time.
Growing up as a gamer in the late 90s and early 2000s, you kind of were hindered a little bit by what internet you had. But one of the opportunities for you and your friends to play together uninhibited was the LAN centers. LAN centers were a huge deal, an opportunity for you and your friends to get together and play any of the games that you wanted to play. Well, the internet has gone better over the last 2 decades, but LAN centers are still around, and you gotta give credit to the community. Hi everyone, Kelly Link here with Ray from Local Battles, a LAN center in Fort Lee, New Jersey. Now Ray, I gotta ask you, how did this whole place start? What was the conception of the idea?
I wasn't here when it began. I actually live next door, but yeah, I guess that goes to show because it was something to bring the community together.
Yeah.
It's something that people like to do, people like the game, and I think people come to places like this because they want to play together. There's always that want to be social, be around your friends while you're playing games. So that's exactly what this place is here for people to get together.
LAN centers kind of open up an opportunity for players who may feel a little bit more uncomfortable going out into the public, where they would feel more comfortable interacting with others on their computers. It gives them that environment.
It's such a community, regardless of who you are, where you are, what you come from, anything like that. It's a community.
Anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Like don't tell yourself, oh, I'll never be that good. Like, it just takes time.
There's a level of community engagement, and I think we're going to see this a lot in esports.
Something you were saying about the fans getting into it.
Right.
When you go to tournaments for video games, the players are walking around you in the convention
Yes.
center there.
Exactly.
You can see them, you can hang out with them and shake their hand and talk to them.
Exactly. And it wasn't until I joined the crew, my game went from like here to here, and I actually in 2010 I was ranked as high as #1 in the world at one point, and I was like, it's only because of a crew.
All right, we've had enough talk. I want to see some games being played.
All right.
Gentlemen, jump into the games.
Hey guys, it's Jeff. Welcome to the esports community. The best part of this, you can come from any background and be a part of it. Gender, financial background, ethnicity, it doesn't matter. Everyone is on an equal playing field in this sort of way. There is a part of this community that can hide behind a screen, and that needs to be curbed in esports right now. The fact that you might meet people in person has definitely woken up the esports world with, hey, you have a level of social responsibility whether you're behind a screen or in person. Follow that and do the right thing.
But we are ready, folks, to get into game number 1 here at TwitchCon.
The prize pool for Twitch Rivals was 1.3 million. I shoot one! Nice! Move it, move it! Hey
what's up? It's Sceptic, and welcome back to Exploring Esports.
14-year-old Griffin Spakowski, known by his gaming moniker Sceptic, earned $200,000 playing the video game Fortnite.
Welcome to TwitchCon, one of the world's biggest gaming conventions. There are almost 30,000 people here to meet, greet, and hang out.
So what's really cool about TwitchCon is I can meet all my friends and friends that I've always just talked to online and always seen in my chats, but see them in real life instead.
Bro, no way. Oh. What's going on, Sceptic?
What? I didn't expect you to look like. You're almost taller than me as well.
Yeah. So Connor's a person, over a year ago, he got into a random duo with Courage.
Who's your favorite Avenger?
I'd have to say Captain America.
Oh my god, this kid's adorable, dude. You did it! We did it, dude! Oh my god, you got the kill! Take a picture! Now, once Connor got in those videos, he began to spread like wildfire.
And just kept playing with him and then expanded to play with all these big streamers, even like Ninja. You sound nothing like your voice, or you look nothing like your voice. I'm gonna be real. I didn't know what Connor looked like. Nobody really knew what Connor looked like, so it was pretty cool to see Connor in real life. Did you do a face reveal yet? Nope. People are gonna notice you.
Yeah, it's my first TwitchCon.
There you go.
Thank you.
Here's on mine.
For sure. I didn't have a real official meet and greet last year at TwitchCon. People would just come up to me like normal. But this year I had a nice established meet and greet, and it was really fun. I have no idea where to go. Wait, do we have to turn around? Where do we enter? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm kind of lost.
It says meeting rooms.
Okay. Oh, you know? Okay. Thank you. All right, let me message my teammates. So Twitch Rivals Fortnite was a one-day event. Top 3 teams that has the most eliminations between all the 3 games go to the finals. The prize pool for Twitch Rivals was, I think, 1.3 million. Twitch Rivals was a LAN tournament, which means everybody was sitting in the same space. Everybody's on 0 ping, everybody's playing with the same advantages and disadvantages. Oh no, look at the mouse, I'm shaking. Usually for LANs you have to use your mouse and stuff, but for Twitch Rivals they made you use a weird mouse. Oh, this mouse is ass! This mouse is ass! So my trio was Wolfies and Rocket, and I know Wolfies because he got second place in World Cup and we're close friends. And Rocket is probably the best person for the non-pro slot.
But we are ready, folks, to get into game number 1 here at TwitchCon with our Twitch Rivals Fortnite Showdown. Worst case scenario, right? The place where someone's gonna get taken down in the first wave for sure, without a doubt.
I'm with you right now. I just cracked some kid. Yes! I shot one! Nice! Both dead! I'm spamming. I'm just spamming. I'm not sure what the hell's happening. I'm dead.
Saf, all eyes on you. In the heel off. So close, and Saf is gonna do it. Oh my timing for Saf to double back, knowing that he had the extra heals.
I hear all the stories of how each of them got here and why they're here.
At the end of the day, I think I was happy. Even though I didn't qualify for finals, we played that pretty well. At the end, it kind of got a little bit crazy. We entered 5 kills and we got top 5, I think. I know I got $3,000 from it, which isn't bad, but I could have made more. Right afterwards, I got to go hang out with my friends, and that made it all better. I have this close friend group, which is my mods, the people I play with all day, and just that kind of stuff. My friends came from Toronto, Chicago, New Jersey, all over the world.
We don't live local to each other, so being able to hang out at my house once a month maybe is just so much fun because I have friends from around the world now. I have friends in England, I have friends in Australia, and people from around the world. It's amazing.
TwitchCon's great because it's kind of just the melting pot of all the various different people that use Twitch.
You get to meet a lot of the people who hang out in your stream, talk to you, but you maybe would never get to meet in person.
They are the absolute best people. To see them giving back and being generous and wholesome people is just one of the best things that I could ask for ever.
That's just what the community is on Twitch. It's just a big family. And you're just there for them every day, and they're there for you every day.
If I could describe TwitchCon in 3 words, it would be community, friends, and family. I'm excited to be at TwitchCon right now, and I wouldn't be here without you guys. Thank you.
This one's $375. That's $700 something.
These are $600. You know you made $1 million, right? If there's one thing you need to know about pro gamers, is we ball hard. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're just normal kids. So before I went shopping, I met up with Wolfie's Creo, Mega, and Slappy, and we went to go to lunch to catch up.
Rocket like built up and got beamed, and the guys who were beaming him, I just shot his wall and hit him like 72,
Yeah,
36,
you just
36.
beamed
And, like,
twice.
and the guy was like, nah, I'm done.
We were all playing in the competition the day before of that.
But we are ready, folks, to get into game number 1.
So we all talked about that and how our experience was.
We had to download the software and they weren't gonna let us. But Zex
that's
and I
happened to-
literally
that's happened to me.
we just did it anyway.
No, they wouldn't let him like bind his paddles on his controller.
I had to bind the paddle on my controller, and the lady's looking at me. She's like, you can't do that. You can't download the thing. And I'm like, well, how am I supposed to play then?
Oh, you're playing on a controller?
Yeah.
Wait, you're a controller player?
Yeah.
You're lying. No.
You didn't know that? He literally got like 8 kills out of the air yesterday.
Wait, you're on controller?
Yeah.
There was a guy flying, he just like 200'd him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no.
Well, do your parents care about online school?
My mum wants me to like really badly stay in school.
Why?
I don't know.
She know you made $1 million, right?
Yeah, I was looking at him like, what the...
So after lunch, we decided to go to a streetwear store and reward ourselves for playing in the tournament the day before.
This one's 375. That's 700 something.
Are these 500?
Yeah, those are exactly 500.
These are cool. These are $600.
I can use this for school.
Like your backpack?
Yeah.
How?
That's how it is in England.
Oh, these are blue.
Yeah, those are like pretty much yours.
Okay, these are $320.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Okay, I found it.
Those are like,
And these are my size.
yeah, they're sweet.
A little bit big on me, right? I like these. I'm not gonna lie, these are kind of really nice. And they're cheap, so I could get the speaker as well. I definitely got the nicest pairs of shoes, but I also really like the ones that Mega got. Even though I've made some money here and there, that hasn't changed me at all or hasn't changed my friends at all.
Someone came in my chat and donated a lot of money to me over time, and it made it so I was able to upgrade my setup and stream more.
Some kid donated me, a little 12-year-old donated $40,000. He donated $1,000 to you, Mega.
Oh yeah, I know.
2 months ago, I won 1.1 mil at World Cup. It was kind of crazy. Like, I said to my mum from World Cup that I'm guaranteed like $60,000, and she didn't believe me at all. So it was crazy to like go there and expect only like 60,000 and come home with like 1.1 mil. So like after I won my money, school's kind of different. Like all my teachers and all my friends know about what I've accomplished, and it's cool because they're happy for me, but then I also have to be careful. So
I don't feel like I'm any different from anyone else, just because like I got a decent amount of money from World Cup and stuff. My mom like manages like all my money. She has it like all in a bank, and she doesn't really want me to touch it until like I'm 18 or something. I didn't really buy anything like different than anyone else other than like a PC.
I bought a house for 500 grand for me and my mum and like my family.
Wait, what?
Yeah. We didn't move too far away, but now we own our own house, so we can just do what we want.
That's insane.
People think just because we make money that we like to spend it really quickly and spend it a lot, but I like to save it and use it wisely. Yeah. I like this store.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna be back here. So if you're brand new to Fortnite and you wanna know how to build 90s, it's one of the easiest ways to get high ground on your opponent, so let's do fast speed. I'm here just to play Fortnite and win, you know? So a lot's going on right now. As World Cup is coming to an end, it marked my 1-year anniversary of being on Misfits, and that means my contract was coming to an end. It was great times, we had so much fun, but we decided to mutually split. So one of my favorite memories of being on Misfits was being able to have the opportunity to go to Germany, Berlin, and compete in one of the first solo World Cup qualifiers. The experience there was unreal. We did so much cool stuff there.
Oh my gosh! The clutch from Sceptic. Sceptic.
The way I announced that I was leaving Misfits was through a tweet. The support was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. But there were also a lot of haters at the same time. Obviously, there was a lot of people in like the comments and stuff. The message I have for all the trolls is thank you for the extra viewer. I appreciate it. I don't necessarily base my decision if I'm joining an org or not off of how many friends are on the org, but I do take into consideration what kind of sponsors they have, if they're able to host events, if they have like meet and greets, what their merch is looking like, how much they push the Fortnite players, how much they support them, and branding and that kind of stuff. So some orgs have a lot of clout and some orgs have a better win ratio than others, but I want to join an org that has like a combination of both in a way. I basically had my choice of who I wanted to sign with because I put in the work. So one of the most common questions I get is like, how do I get as good as you? The secret to getting good is you gotta work on your aiming, you gotta work on your mechanics, you gotta review your old games, all stuff like that. The first most important skill in Fortnite is aiming. And the best way to get better aim is to Kovac and practicing your aim a lot. So there's a bunch of exercises in this, but in this one, your main goal is just to track the targets with your mouse and kill them. This helps you especially in Fortnite because any other way, like your enemy moves, if he jumps or moves left and right, you're ready to track him with your mouse. So the second most important skill in Fortnite is mechanics, and that's building and editing. So the goal of Fortnite is to build a bunch of structures, and the faster you can do it, the more you can outplay your opponent. Use structures like these to get high ground on your opponent, to box yourself in, to protect yourself, stuff like that. So one of those basic structures of Fortnite is called a 90. It's one of the easiest ways to get high ground on your opponent. So that's why when I go into creative, one of the main things that I practice is building up. So if you're brand new to Fortnite and you want to know how to build 90s, or if you want to just get started, here's how to do it. So you build yourself out with one ramp, you place a wall to your front, to your right, you build 2 walls up here, you place a floor, and then you place a stair, and you just keep doing that. And that's slow. So let's do fast speed. The third most important way to get better at Fortnite is reviewing your old games and VOD reviewing. You can't just get good at Fortnite by just playing it. You gotta fix your mistakes. So the things you wanna look out for when you're looking at your old games is if you're supposed to be rotating early that round, where you wanna position yourself, how early and late you wanna rotate, like that stuff. Most of the time, I don't really review by myself. I like to review it with a coach or somebody who's really smart.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for LG's latest edition, LG Sceptic!
Everybody now watch a teamwork, yeah, teamwork.
So everyone, I made my decision. I decided to go with Luminosity. I'm super excited. So Cypher PK was actually the person that announced me live on stage. He's a really cool guy and he's a huge Twitch streamer for Luminosity. So I'm super happy with the shirts that I got from Luminosity. I'm wearing the dark jersey right now. This is the light jersey right here. It's really cool. And this is the champion hoodie right here. Luminosity has everything I'd ever want on a team. They have great merch, I felt super supported by the organization, and they have a really good roster. That was exploring esports, and now I gotta go practice.
Teamwork, yeah, teamwork, yeah.
More than knowing the game, more than understanding the game, you have to be ahead of the game. A lot of times, I'll create things I've never done, ever.
I'm spamming. I'm just spamming, I'm not sure what the hell's happening.
This one's 375, but that's 700 something.
Are these 500?
Yeah, those are exact.
Sceptic!